ain't see the gym in a
That's
week.
pretty much it, man.
The gym gonna love me when I
I
get
did
home.
I did some push-ups yesterday.
Yeah.
I did some push-ups and some sit-ups.
You know they gonna start cutting that shit in California now for the kids, cause ain't gonna be no more push-ups going on for them.
Man, Joe, man, this shit pisses me off, man.
That's kind of wild.
You can't say nothing. You can't touch a kid. Like I seen the teacher the other day. He got kicked out of school. Got fired for doing this to a kid who was like playing with her. Like, you want my ID?
Oh,
yeah,
she shook his ass up.
Yeah, she shook his head like that, and she got fired. Well, she stepped down.
Hey,
Word?
It was here in Illinois. It was.
Oh,
was
it wasn't
Lincoln
Chicago,
Park.
it was an
Lincoln
Illinois
Park. It
school.
was Lincoln Park.
Really?
Lincoln Park.
Lincoln Park kind of going. It's not looking good for them right now though.
Yeah, it's not.
It's a lot of shit going
Shit
on.
crazy.
I think society as a whole just getting softer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man. And
yeah.
it's man, I'm tired of this shit, man. Like I'm really tired because look, so what happens when Trump pushes the button? You know what I'm saying? Like,
What you mean? By the button?
like one of these days ain't gonna be no internet.
Listen
It ain't
to
gonna
me.
be no lights.
Okay.
And we all gonna be hungry.
Oh, and we gonna go back to the savage times.
Yeah, and who's gonna survive?
Us.
You know what I'm
Listen
saying?
to me. Us.
Bruh,
No
I've,
man's
I've
for
already chopped it up and said I hope I'm dead by that point
Nah, never.
because
In the
the
animals and the savages.
because
here.
the level of depravity and fuckery that's gonna be going on once that shit happen. Like, man, if you ain't ready to go, if you ain't TTG, it's gonna be ugly. And you think about these shorties now, it's like, man, they trying to shield them from the least harsh
Right.
results of society.
Yeah.
It's like when shit get bad, man.
They're
they
not gonna
turn
be able to
baby.
handle it.
Yeah, they babying them.
Man, it's gonna be
Yeah.
every man for itself, and these are not men; these are males.
Yeah, he's a baby.
Yeah, like
That's the rough part about it.
yeah,
So,
man.
like Jack was saying, these people in California for 3 years, so they cutting it off for 3 years.
Yeah, they finna stop them from being able to exercise or having that test. It's the what? 5th grade, 7th grade, and 9th graders, I believe. They take an annual test every year, their fitness test. So it's like they're basically telling you they want to see how much push-ups you can do, your body fat index, and like your height and shit like that. But at the same time, or you got to qualify a mile run, your timed mile run.
We
And
had
it's
to
like
do that.
Yeah, we had to do it.
we didn't have to do that in Florida.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we didn't have to do that in school. Like we didn't have those problems. Like we went to PE and that was it.
Yeah.
But is that all of Florida or just where y'all at?
I
I'm
can't
not
Right,
speak
sure.
for-
yeah,
yeah.
Can't speak
Because
on
I
the
know
whole
for
state, but-
Illinois, it's like a state thing.
Yeah,
like
right.
in the state of Illinois, you
Oh,
have
see,
to take.
if that's the
these-
case, then
Wow.
we didn't have it as a
Yeah.
state because like we literally didn't have to do that shit, bro.
See,
like,
and I feel like 5th grade, 7th grade, and 9th grade, them the years that you supposed
Right.
to like
your
be
growth
motivated.
spurts and
Yeah.
stuff like that, they're like
Yeah.
they're monitoring and tracking your like growth like as a human being. So at the same time, if you can actually overcome being, I get the whole bullying part because it's cyber affected, and then you have so much kids committing suicide these days. So
Yeah.
the littlest thing somebody else says about them would trouble them.
Yeah.
And you don't want to spark off some type of
Chain reaction.
yeah, you feel me?
Yeah.
So they're saying that in that sense, like we're gonna cut back on that because the fat jokes these kids today can't handle.
Right.
Like we grew up on mama jokes. Like mama jokes was our culture.
Yeah.
We're supposed to talk shit about each other and have thick skin, but now it's like because they're allowing them to be babied so long, it's like
But now this is the thing. This is what I'm thinking, right?
Yeah.
Because the same test that they're banning from the California schools
Mm-hmm.
is what you do when you go to the gym and get a personal trainer.
correct.
How many push-ups can you do?
Facts.
Can you lift your own body weight?
Yeah.
How many sit-ups can you do? How high can you
Look,
jump?
I swear, and when I go
Aight.
to the gym, I look at people. You know, these are like people who have never exercised in their life, and I look at them. I'm like, how is this possible? How have you gone your entire life without testing your physical fitness, testing your
push-up.
strength? Right, like
you
not
never-
doing push-ups, not even
You
doing.
never notice how much you can actually lift. Like
Yeah,
yeah.
you pay attention to that.
yeah. And
Like, you should know this. You should have some
I
kind
think,
of
I think it should be a normal thing. Like it shouldn't be looked at as like something to shy away from as far as taking that test.
yeah. And if
You know
you
what I mean?
can't
Especially
do it,
at that age.
and if you can't do it, most likely your friends can't do it either.
Right,
So,
right.
Company
so
you
y'all
keep.
together, y'all motivate each other, or y'all
Right.
stay away from that.
But
Right.
you know,
Like-
this, I think it's taken away from the whole group dynamic and interpersonal interaction. Like we see it already. Like I say it all the time on this show. I think podcasting is becoming so popular because conversation is becoming a lost art.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
man,
Damn.
Yeah.
we don't. We
No, that's good
That,
shit.
no,
though.
that's what I'm saying.
great
That's
shit.
that's
Yeah.
a great take because
It's-
I never thought about it like that.
It's getting to the point
Wow.
where we're not having that interaction. Like, you can ask these kids. Like, I see kids. They see kids that they go to school with when they out with their parents.
Right.
Don't say nothing to them.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. I've
And then
seen
you get
that
on
before.
Fortnite and they having full blown conversations with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Unbelievable.
See, now, and I guess that's what I want to try to like reverse. If I had some power to do something in the world, it would be to help people realize that you don't have to respond to that tweet. You don't have to reply
Right.
to that Instagram hater.
That's the thing
Like-
because I was right about to say like the only thing I can say in devil's advocate form for these kids these days is unlike us, you know, you would get bullied or whatever at school maybe, but then when you went home that shit was over with. But now these kids like okay, something might have happened to them at school and now it's all over the internet. And
Yeah.
you can't escape it. There's no off switch for it. Whereas
You
back
getting
in our
bullied.
time, it was like, all right, school's out. I'm
Right.
going for
I
the
don't have
summer.
to hear
I'm
this shit
going.
till tomorrow. You
Exactly.
feel
Or
me?
I don't got to hear that shit till next summer.
Now you
And
got
now they-
bullies in your DM.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
it's slightly different because of
And if
that.
they
I would
caught it
say.
on film, they posting you
Exactly.
now.
Yeah.
So,
So
like,
on film or they got a picture or something,
And
it don't end.
that's crazy. I couldn't imagine the shit we was doing in our youth.
What?
Like, if there was a camera always on.
You had to film some of
I
that
would have been in
wild shit.
jail a long time
And
ago.
then think about not only yourself, but how the behavior of other people change just because they know they being recorded.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
A motherfucker that might not have done it is more likely to do it now.
Because they
Yeah.
were recording.
Right.
Yeah.
Like man, I gotta smack
Now,
it
now I got it. Yeah, I got to
It's
show
like-
out because
it's
I'm
like
being filmed.
automatically,
Yeah.
as soon as
Yeah.
soon as that shit press start recording, that's like you can hear in your brain
Action.
somebody scream "World Star." Now you gotta make the move.
yeah.
Yo, you ever put your dukes up like that? Somebody
Yeah.
gonna knock you down.
Yeah, first quarter. that was my nervous white man.
Oh,
He was
yeah.
like,
No, that's
yeah,
fire.
Get your ass knocked, clap over.
Steve's the beat up punching bag. For sure, for sure.
Paul the punching bag.
All the punching bags.
But yeah, man.
So where do we go from here? What do you think is the next logical step? Like, is this gonna be a national thing?
Nah.
No, it better not.
They're just
be,
running
man.
a test
They
with
can't
it.
do this in Texas.
Nah, hell,
No,
you
yeah,
can't
they
do
ain't
that shit
gonna
in
fly.
Florida.
Yeah.
Don't bring that shit
Yeah.
home, bro, 'cause we gonna rank you just for being on paperwork. Just for saying you on document saying that, oh, bro, we can't do this. No, fuck you. We go do this. Bring your fat ass in here. You can only do 10 push-ups, nigga. Get up. Let's get it. You can only do 10 push-ups. Give me 15.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it,
By
that's
Friday, I
all.
need 15 from you. What you gonna do, fat boy? Let's go. Like,
If you can't press out 15, man, you need to be bullied.
right. You need that. You need that.
You need that
There's
motivation.
Oh,
no-
yeah.
I'm offended.
Oh,
Hey,
shit.
hey.
And
Press
then
out 15?
I'm gonna give y'all a solid 4.
Oh
Okay.
man.
Bro,
Today
in
I'm
the building.
gonna
Yes,
try to
sir.
I'm gonna try to push some push-ups out today.
But 10, you say you could give us a solid 4? That's male push-ups, right? Like full
Yeah,
form
yeah, yeah.
military.
okay, yeah.
So let me my
You
bad.
good.
Ivan.
Nah,
let
you
me
good. You good.
let me ask you,
I'm on the
Breeze,
line.
because what you the youngest in the room, right?
Damn.
I'm believing, yeah.
Yeah.
2 Cup Breeze, man. That's her name. She living up to it.
So Breezy, there was always cameras from the time you started high school, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, there
we
was always like
just got
social
the
media
camera.
and shit, right?
We just got the camera in high school
so
when
is
we
that
got
a
there.
real
Like
thing?
my senior year.
The behavior is automatically different because it's on you.
Yeah, but also like when I was in high school, it was like World Star was popping.
Right.
The quality of the
The video was
the
never
video
there.
was not great,
Right, it was never there.
but it was like
So imagine now.
we know your ass was in that video.
Right.
We know that was you got knocked out,
Yeah.
and it just made them bad niggas be even worse. It was like point them out, knock them out, walking down the hall.
First quarter.
Yeah.
Where I'm from, we call that Dilla Hyde. Like we'll point you out, knock you out, like in the courtyard, and keep going to class. Like you
Yeah,
get
that-
Dilla Hyde first quarter.
Yeah, that's definitely
that's
it. And you over
Yeah.
with.
That's it. You want to fight after school? We on Panther Lane. Like it's cool.
And it was like niggas was getting knocked out that weren't even like the niggas you supposed to knock out. Like these were the wingdings. Like
Yeah.
I'm
On the
like,
house. Like
yeah,
just to
I'm
instill
like-
fear in the rest of the students. That's
exactly.
all. Just know if it could be you tomorrow. It could be you tomorrow.
Basic
Right.
terrorism.
Right.